Miss Croft, I was looking through your old clothes you wore in the early days as an archaeologist, and found a note in the pocket of your old shorts.
A note? Bartoli? But his name was Marco, not Martin.
Maybe his brother.
Possibly. Oh, now I remember why I made this note. I was in Egypt.
Hey, I am Izzy Noodles. Welcome to Olkaira, the Stone of Death. The opening cutscene plays as you open up the game, and then that takes you to the main menu, so that's why the order of things has happened as they have. But anyway, let's get into this. Okay, so the writing on the screen I think is supposed to say past, but as we can see, Lara has some old school clothes on, and this is actually a flashback sequence. So as we come on through, we can see two water bowls across the way, implying that we will need to find a Waterskin. And there is a closed gate to the left, and to the right there is an opening, but there is also a closed gate through there. And I'm just going to point out that Lara's role is kind of different. This takes some getting used to, but she only does this in this one level. But anyway, from here we do need to just drop on down into this pit, and then down into here. And be careful as you come on out, because, yep, for obvious reasons, you want to be careful. So straight over across on the far side, we can see a lever, or at least just about make out there is a lever over there. So I'm gonna head on over. Okay, and then pull the lever. So that has opened up the gate that I pointed out, and now we will need to make our way back again. So unfortunately the spikes do not stop, we have to make these jumps again. In terms of meds, this is actually a very easygoing level set. It's mostly about the puzzles and exploration. There's not a lot to actually pick up at all, and Lara doesn't have her weapons in this first level, just to mention that. Okay, so come on through to here, and then just be careful. We do have another spike trap, so just time your way past them. And then we have to hop across this section, so very easy to do. If you happen to fall down, just stick to the walls. The boulders don't go up to the walls, but just easily hop across. There we go. And there is this lever here that I'm going to bypass. We don't need to do anything with that for now, so I'm just going to continue on. Hop across this pit. If you do fall in, don't worry, there's nothing in here. You can easily get out. And then we need to climb this mound of rubble. So it's actually kind of tricky to hop up here. Okay, first hop, and then the second hop, just aim a little more to this left-hand side. There we go. It's kind of very tricky to get up to the top here, but once you've done that, you can use these vines to get across to the opposite side of the room. And just be careful where Lara's hands are. If you go over the green section, the leaves, she will let go. Not easy when you've got stuff hanging from the ceiling as well. So once you do make it across, you can see we have some torches. So just throw that down, make sure you can see where it lands, and then safely make your way down yourself. So a bit of fall damage, that's fine. As I said, it really doesn't matter. So now we need to get this across the other side, and so just put this onto this odd tile on the floor and then climb on out. And this is where that lever comes into play. So we're going to raise that tile up. There we go. And hop back across here. If you do fall down with the torch, there is no getting out again with the torch. You'll have to go back and get a new torch. So do be careful. Save your game if you feel you need to. So just because of the low ceiling, just trying to be careful there. Back across the spikes. And it doesn't matter whether you choose to hop out left or right, because now we're heading into this opening. And careful as you enter, we've activated this burner. Once the flame has stopped, we can light the torch here, and then we're going to use it right there. So be careful. You do get time just to light that and come straight over. Okay, and we are done with the torch. So that has opened this gate ahead of me. Okay. So through here we have two ways to get across. You can either just run straight across, or you can use the vines. That's a monkey bar on the ceiling. So it doesn't matter. And next we have some not too intricate jumps, but you need to be kind of specific with them. So 3 slopes, and on the 3rd slope you actually need to be kind of close to the top of the slope because you'll need to grab the ceiling. So it's not too bad. So be all the way to the left to begin with, and don't wait too long before hopping over to the next slope. There we go. Also, just to point out, Lara does not have her pistols in this first level. So once we come around, we can see the skeleton, we can move, and we can already see what he is sitting on. There we go. Pick up the Waterskin and make your way back. So careful around the corner, especially if you ran across the breakaway tiles. So of course, coming back across, we will need to use the alternate method. Okay, careful of the flame. And then hop on out to the left, and we can fill the Waterskin. Okay, and then of course do it a second time. Awesome stuff, so carefully come on through. We're going to hop the blades and we can see, of course, which side we're going to hop across over. Okay, so I don't have an exact lineup for this. If you take damage, don't even worry about it. If you have a slither of life left, don't even worry about it. That's after making the jump, not before. If you're not doing too good before, then you may want to use a Medpack. So it seems to me, time it when you see the blades. touch the wall, start to run forward. Beautiful. And then as we look on down, there is a very obvious gem in the water. So dive on in and pick up this red gem. So once you have that, go ahead, climb on out right over here. And ahead of me is a ladder, so it's not too obvious, but yep, you can climb this. And then to hop back, you see towards the top there is this very obvious darker line. So as Laura's feet's on the line, just come up one more space and then hop back and grab this. So right below, let me just show you, right below that's a slope. So if you don't hop off in the correct place, you'll just keep sliding down to the bottom and get stuck in a bit of a loop. But once you're up here, go ahead, use the red gem right here. And it does say load. There was a bug which couldn't be fixed. A lot of items are labelled as load. Don't worry about it. You get the gist. So this block right here has now raised. You can hop across either side. So behind me there is a ledge as well, wooden ledge. Either side, doesn't matter. Jump across. And then up to here. And we have this very strange mechanism. So to use this, it's very difficult to figure out what to do, but just stand on this green tile in the middle. It looks like I'm nowhere near this, but this is where you need to be, and then just press action. So it almost looks like she goes to use it and then doesn't, but just give it a second. Awesome stuff. So a new door has opened down below. There we go, hop on in, and then just make your way through to the newly opened doorway.
A diary.
By the time this message is found, I will already be dead. I came to these catacombs to seek information about the Stone of Death. I was led to believe that some clues could be found here, but I was unfortunately misled.
The Stone of Death? Bartoli.
Now I understand why you didn't remember until now.
Yes. If Martin was Marco's brother, then they no doubt worked together in the family business. And something Bartoli is looking for is never good for our world. Ah, Venice. You've changed little since we last met.
Okay, change of scenery. We are in Venice. And I don't know whether Lara had a bit of a tumble as she got out of her boat, but she seems to have dropped her pistols, so just be sure to pick these up. And I would just like to point out that the AOD denim in Venice is a vibe. I love it. It is a nice mixture. Also, we will never be using the boat, so don't waste time trying to get in the boat. You've not got a bug. Lara just does not get into the boat. So first thing we need to do, go ahead and hop into the water. We are looking for an underwater lever. So right here, just go ahead, pull this lever. And that has opened that doorway up there. So now we need to make our way around. So return back to where we started the level, climb back out just there. And we're going to begin some hops and jumps. Okay, so straight up here around the corner. So here we can see this ladder. This is actually not a ladder, it's just a texture. It will not work as a ladder, so we'll need to use this block to help us to climb up. Okay, so you may want to save your game. Lara struggles with this swing pole ahead sometimes. So sometimes for me she does do a running jump. A running jump does work. Standing jump never works, it's just too far away. But if you are struggling, you can hit this slope that's in front and then jump to the pole. Nope. I'm lazy, I'll just go ahead and reload. Yeah, sometimes she's fine with it, sometimes she really doesn't want to grab. But anyway, just over to here and then easy jump over to this next awning. And the clotheslines work as swing poles as well, so over to here. And then straight around the corner, hop across to this next awning. So make sure to grab this and shimmy over to the last tile space. And then you can just climb up to hop back to this flat tile behind. Okay, then to here, and we can just hop over to this Medpack. Blends in very well. Okay, so then we can just do a standing jump, make sure to grab, and you'll land into the doorway. So teeniest bit of fall damage, it's fine. So come around and then the camera angle would change to allow you to notice this ladder. So careful around the corner, you could hear it before you could see it. We have these blade traps. Lara, why are you turning? Not trying to turn in the slightest. Okay, so once you are past them, just hop up onto these blocks and you will see there is this cross that we can pick up. Okay, that is the only item around here, so continue down into this next area. This flyby isn't really showing us too much in the room, but you may have noticed there was a very obvious book on the bookshelf. There we go, so right there. So grab this, and then we'll need to figure out how to reach that. So as you look around, you will notice this very obvious block right here among the rest. So just push this over to that book. Okay, as we can see, this secret bookcase over here has opened up, so let's just head on through. And at the end, let me just show you how Lara draws her weapons. She's so gangster, like John McClane from Die Hard. But anyway, once you've drawn your weapons, just go ahead and shoot that panel. And then pull this lever.
Soldiers? What are they doing here?
So exit out, just deal with the soldiers. So there are 3 of them. There's 2 straight away here. This guy is doing a real number on me. Let me hide around this corner. Don't be shooting stuff. Okay, I've never had to come all the way over here before. So yeah, that's not so good, but there's always this third guy that seems to get stuck over here. I'm trying to just be a little more careful, but I don't think I need to. You can just approach him. There we go. Okay, so if you didn't get that flyby with the soldiers, then go back to the lever and hopefully it should then trigger. But there was something that it kind of showed you when it was showing you the soldiers turned up, and that was this lowest chandelier just here. So this was not here before pulling that lever. So now we can make our way up even higher, and you can see there is a jump switch up there. So that's the goal. We do need to just climb to this next ledge. You can do it just like so, or you can move the movable block, up to you. So easy standing jump, and then running jumps to the rest. So if you look up again, you can kind of see a little closer that there are monkey bars. You can probably just see them when I was on the lower level as well. But there is a rope as well that I'm going to use. So we'll need to come all the way around to this furthest side. Okay, and it is kind of tricky to get to the rope. I do believe it can be done with a running jump, but I always use the half tile jump just here. Okay, so hop back as far as Lara will go, and then 2 walking steps, and then swap from the walk button to the jump button. And just swing on over. You kind of feel like, wow, this is new. I was just about to say that it's very easy to grab this ledge. I've never missed it before. There's a first time for everything. Okay, so once you've got enough momentum, apparently not too much momentum, you can grab the edge, climb up, and then over to the monkey bars and make your way over to the jump switch. So as we can see, that's opened another secret bookcase right in front. And as we advance through, we can see these mercenaries. So they're not active immediately, but just make your way towards them and they will activate. And this is where they might actually kill me. But just keep moving, keep jumping behind them. Wow, yeah, I've lost a lot of health. There we go. Whew. So yeah, this is kind of the only area where you think, oh no, there's people shooting me, I'm gonna die. But anyway, once they're down, you can go ahead and use the cross that hopefully you've picked up. If not, you will unfortunately have to go all the way back for it. And then enter through into this area. So this is kind of creepy. I always find there's something creepy about like secret cemetery graveyard areas, especially when they're sort of on higher levels, like a rooftop. This feels like it should be a rooftop. And this room specifically feels very Uncharted to me. Spooky stuff. But anyway, go ahead, open the trapdoor.
Marco Bartoli's diary. Let's have a look at what he wrote in the days I was in Egypt.
And as you approach this diary, the level will end.
Still no sign of my brother, and he is in the wrong place. In my library I found a book which says that the Stone of Death is hidden in Golcanal on the Solomon Islands. It's believed that the Lapisa civilization used this artifact during sacrifices. so that their souls could remain inside the tomb. Legend tells the stone, if used in the wrong way, can unleash thousands of souls, consequences beyond one's imagination. I think that sounds very tempting.
So just quickly pausing the game here because there is a monkey running towards me. But yeah, basically this is where I'm ending today. This next level, we've already seen a flyby, but it's actually my favourite level of the game. I do enjoy that jungle, South Pacific kind of feel, and this is very much that. So yep, this is where I will end, and I hope to see you next time. Take it easy.